Hello and welcome to this introductory video on nitrogen chemistry for National 4, National 5 level. Right, nitrogen is extremely important in living things, specifically proteins. Proteins make up muscles, but they also make up hair and fingernails. Another form of protein, though, are the enzymes in your body that do all sorts of important things to keep your body working. So clearly, nitrogen compounds are incredibly important. So where do they come from? Well, there's nitrogen in the air, but your body can't use gaseous nitrogen. What your body needs is nitrogen compounds. Now, there are microbes in the soil that do absorb nitrogen from the air and turn them into nitrogen compounds, some of the most important of which are nitrates. So often I'll use the word nitrates and nitrogen compounds, or fixed nitrogen, as we sometimes call it, almost interchangeably. Now, some of these nitrifying bacteria are contained in the roots of plants, in little nodules, but this is true of only certain plants: peas, beans and clover. These are called legumes. There is a third way for nitrogen compounds to get into the soil. During lightning storms, nitrogen can react with oxygen in the air to produce nitrogen dioxide gas. Now, nitrogen dioxide is highly soluble and dissolves in rainwater to form nitric acid and therefore nitrates. Okay, so what happens to these nitrates? They're absorbed by plants as they grow. Along come animals and eat the plants, and nitrogen compounds then wind up in the animals. In other words, nitrogen compounds are passed around the food chain. Of course, if animals eat, there's an inevitable consequence. They excrete. And these excretions also contain nitrogen compounds, which can be broken down by bacteria to form nitrates again. Similarly, when organisms die, their bodies decay, decomposing bacteria break them down to release nitrates back into the soil. Now, we can't just keep taking nitrogen out of the air. There must be some way of it getting back, and that is by denitrifying bacteria, which turn nitrates back into nitrogen. That then is the nitrogen cycle. So, living things need nitrogen compounds. We call these nitrogen compounds fixed nitrogen, and they're produced from nitrogen in the air by nitrifying bacteria. These are little bacteria in the soil that produce nitrogen compounds, especially nitrates. Now, some of these are contained in the root nodules of peas, beans or clover. Also, lightning can cause nitrogen and oxygen in the air to react, and that also gets nitrates into the soil. Now, these nitrates are used by growing plants, and from then on, nitrogen compounds are passed around the food chain. You've also got decomposing bacteria, which break up feces and dead organisms to release nitrates. And you've also got denitrifying bacteria to return nitrogen to the air. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye just now.